Today, while we're social distancing for the coronavirus, we're just going to go ahead and build a steel frame for a small end table. So I've got some 2x2 steel tubing here. This is going to make a really nice rock solid frame for a table that I'm going to put a slab wood top on with some maple that I've got laying around. So you might have seen in the past I've planed a slab with just a router and a simple homemade router sled. You can swing by that video if you're interested in following this project yourself. But today what we're going to do is we're going to cut some sections out of some square 2x2 tubing like this. I'm going to use a Hobart handler 140 welder and just use some flux core wire. I don't think I need gas for this because I'm going to grind the welds anyways. So we'll use some flux core welder, get this all welded together, and we're going to have ourselves a very cool table when we're done. Cutting each of these at 23 and 7/8, just so I have a little bit of extra on the end of my 8-foot piece. These will be the legs. And then I'm using a DeWalt portable bandsaw to cut it. This cuts pretty nice. And I'll put a link in the description of any of the tools that I'm using in this video. Now I'm just cutting the pieces for in between the legs. These are going to be 10.5 inches, which makes for a total of 14.5 by 14.5. And then our top can be 15 by 15. What I'm doing right now is just using these right angle clamps to hold everything square, and then I'm just kind of tacking it together. I'm not going to get too crazy right now. Now that we got it all squared up and tacked together, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to really lay on a nice thick bead of weld. And I want to kind of crown that weld up a little bit so I can grind it off flush and won't have any little recesses or anything in it. So a little bit too much sparks to make inside, so I'll do that outside. Got all the welds cleaned up. I used a flap disc on an angle grinder, and then I just went over it with a palm sander to give it a little bit of this kind of patina here. And now I've got some just little pieces of angle iron that I've cut off to about a 1 inch that I'm going to weld on as little brackets to mount the top of the table on. I'm going to go ahead and wipe these down with Renaissance wax, and this is something that is used in museums on steel things that you don't want to rust. Now I wouldn't put this out in the elements with something like this, but for an indoor table this ought to work pretty good. We're just gonna kind of wipe it and buff it like we're waxing a car here. Boy, I love that flashlight feature. All right. That's it for our steel table base. This thing turned out great. It is super heavy. I mean, the thing must weigh 75 pounds or something. Turned out really nice. I've got these big, thick maple slabs on it that have got nice little kind of wormholes and things in it. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. If you have any suggestions for improvement, make sure to post in the comments below. And I hope this overall was pretty helpful for you. If you like these kinds of how-to videos, again, just make sure to click the little subscribe button below. Thanks for watching.